Unlike some areas of law, there are very few sort of hard and fast things in probate, and probate can drag on forever, but there are some absolute killers out there, especially when it comes to creditor claims. And the reality is this: the hard and fast deadlines that apply to creditor claims come in a couple different categories, and they apply in different circumstances. One key responsibility for personal representatives, and I think sometimes it's not one that's hammered home enough by attorneys even that represent PRs, and that is identifying known creditors. So one of the key duties as a PR, and we got to remind people of this over and over again, is the personal representative is a fiduciary. What does fiduciary mean? Fiduciary means you work for the court, you work for justice, you work for what the law is, and sometimes this comes into conflict with a PR who's trying to hide from their dead husband's debt. You get a PR that's trying to play games with that business partner of the deceased and not pay out, not deal with that creditor in a fair and honest way. And that's when we have to have this come to Jesus meeting. Hopefully it doesn't make it all the way to that time when we're sitting in front of a judge having that business meeting and we're saying to the PR, look, you had a duty to identify who the known creditors were. You had a duty to make sure those creditors were identified and provided notice of the estate. Now, there's another thing that any creditor can take, that's file a caveat. You know that someone's laid up in a hospital. You know that someone's sick. You know that they're just running around all over. But you provide that caveat that makes sure that when they die, you are provide notice. But the hard and fast section is a 733-702. It's a deadline for which claims must be asserted. Now, here's a hard and fast one, and that's 365 times 2, whatever that number is. 2 years after the date of death, poof. I don't care who you are, what you are, whatever. If you ain't filed that thing within 2 years, it's done and out forever. There's another one, which is 90 days after the publication to creditors. That, too, can set up this timeline where you provide that publication. Creditors have 90 days to file that claim. They don't do it in 90 days, poof, they're out, too. Another critically important thing, and that is the procedural steps that are in place after a creditor claim is filed. It's filed correctly. It's got all those details in there. And then somebody files an objection to that. Hard and fast date, got to file an independent action. That's another killer out there. An independent action in another court saying, hey, dude died over there, owed me money. I want to be paid. That sets up the process where you got to litigate that thing. It's quirky that you file independently, and then almost invariably you got to file a motion to consolidate and bring that independent action back in front of the probate judge because in most circumstances, the issues that are intertwined with that claim are intertwined with the PR's duties and responsibilities. And we want to make sure all that gets in front of the probate judge, and then it becomes part of the accounting and everything else. So doesn't make much sense to have independent actions filed in some other court, other part of the county or whatever else like that. In almost every circumstance, that action is going to be filed independently. Stupid. It should be filed within the probate case, but that's the way the rules are. And then it gets consolidated within the underlying probate case. The rules matter. The rules are very clear, very specific, and missing those rules, doing them wrong, can have a real negative impact no matter who you are, whether you're a creditor or PR or beneficiary. All those rules are on floridarules.net. Have a look at them. If you got questions about it, drop a link. We can send you a manual here that explains what the rules are and how to use them.